Guess who's back, everybody? Serato with episode 6. And I've got some good news. I did a little bit off camera, as you can tell. Went down to that gold deposit and got as much gold as I could, which was about 3 stacks, I think, because I've got 4 right here. Made a crap ton of steel out of iron. Don't remember. Yeah. I had a couple guys come by. They gave me a crap ton of iron. They aren't on right now, sadly. But I feel the calling of killing that man. Alright. Now that that's over. I did make a new machine. Chemical oxidizer. I got some salt. So we have that. But today, we're actually going to be heading towards the ocean to see if we can get some more salt. So, gonna first do that. Alright. We're gonna teleport out. Alright, over here. We're just gonna get some more salt, and then we're gonna work on the big project I have for today, which is the thermal evaporation plant, which we're going to use to make, I can't remember what it's called, but it's one of the steps in getting polonium, which we're gonna need. Is this calcite? On the shoreline. It's calcite. Of course it is. Alright. Now this should be where we're gonna get salt. This looks like salt. Yes, it is. And I just realized we're gonna need a shovel for this. This drill is not what we needed. So we're gonna quick teleport back and grab a shovel. There we go. Well, we got a diamond shovel. It's partially used, but we should be fine. Okay. I need to get myself some of those boots. I can't wait until I get the mecha suit. Flying is going to be so much easier. There it is. And jump. Just a quick little fly over, and in we go. We need several stacks of this if we're going to have enough brine to make the polonium. Alright. First thing we're going to work on is getting the helmet and several of the oxygen, well, breathing apparatus stuff for it. Then we can focus on the rest of the mecha suit. Okay. 5 stacks is probably going to be enough, but to be on the safe side, I'm just going to get the rest of the hotbar, so 6. Okay. That's that. Let's get another deposit over here. That makes 4 stacks. Should be a little bit more right here. Okay. You know, this isn't taking long, so I might actually just go for as much as I can before nighttime arrives. It's only noon, so we might be spending the better part of this episode just mining salt. Okay, we got a small deposit right here. Man, Aqua Affinity would have been amazing, not gonna lie. Okay, and down. Okay, got another one right over here. Okay. That's that. We're not gonna mine in those kinds of deposits anymore. Okay, I think we actually probably have more than enough salt. So why don't we head back to the village. Put all this salt away. Just give me a moment. Got a bad itch on my shoulder. Alright, let's head back to the village so we can teleport out of here. Okay. Okay, this is slow, but it's fine. Let's put all this salt in here. And put the shovel back. Put the dirt in there too. What we're gonna want to do is we're gonna want to get some upgrades. Okay. We're gonna want to go into the crusher. We're gonna want to crush all this down. We're gonna want to crush it all down again. Then we're gonna want to smelt it all into glass. Alright. We're gonna want to enrich all this redstone. Then we're gonna want to do that. Get at least 64 of these alloys. Put the glass here. Upgrade. We're gonna want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Then we're gonna want to go and grab 16 of these. We're gonna want to put it all here into the oxidizer. First, we'll do the energy upgrade. Gotta put this down here so it's easier. Then we do the speed upgrade. Look at that. Whew. Talk about efficient, right? Salt. Let's turn all of it into gaseous brine. Alright. We might not be able to turn all of it, but we are going to try. Wait. Okay, that doesn't work. Can't put a block in here. We've got a lot of gaseous brine. Okay. We use, if I remember correctly, to get polonium. This. We need a solar neutron activator. So we're going to need nuclear waste. But that's fine. Polonium isn't exactly normal to get. Um, what did I need for the mech suit? It required brine. Oh, lithium dust for the induction cells. Oh. I completely forgot about that. Okay. To get lithium dust, we need a chemical crystallizer. To get lithium, we need decondensating. To get liquid lithium. And we need a thermal evaporation chamber. Okay. A controller, a valve, and a block. Luckily, I've already crafted some of this. To make... Look how much we can make. Thermal evaporation stuff. Okay. So we're going to need a controller. And we're going to need valves. We'll go with 14. And you know what? Make another stack of those. And you know what? We're also going to make another whole bunch of steel for this. There we go. There goes the steel. Fully processed into ingots. We can put that steel back in there. We can put most of that salt back in there too, because we don't need it. But I need to know how to make a thermal evaporation chamber. I'm gonna have this, I'm gonna pause the video here and come back when I figure this out. Alright, we're back. This was actually a rather easy setup to get. But, basically I just needed the controller, a couple things here. I needed this resistive heater in order to, heat this thing and these thermal pipes. These things were all easy to get. You saw how big. It's just a 2x2. But here, we're going to pump into a tank. The liquid brine. Or not the liquid brine. The liquid lithium we're getting. So we're going to have to go and get my configurator. God help me if I left that on the moon. I did not. I have 2 of them. Okay. That's interesting. So we're just going to go boom, boom. Okay, we have liquid lithium coming out. Now, this is doing pretty good with getting it. But it's not good enough. So we need to actually produce more. See, this thing is filling up with gaseous brine. And it's just not enough. So, what we gotta do is we gotta make more upgrades. Upgrade. we have to make... Oh no. Oh no. Looks like we're going to be mining for a little bit. Also, I will not be showing my mega base this episode. Or rather, the construction of it. That will be for next episode. Today, we're just focusing on getting a little bit closer to the mecha suit. And the mecha stuff. It's going to take us a while, but we'll get there. 2 stacks of cobblestone should probably be more than enough, but... And the fact we've got iron right here is very good. I had no clue it was even there, so... Woohoo to me. It's just a lot more iron. I don't have to rely on my friends anymore. Alright. Actually, this is probably more than enough, so let's go and... crush this all down. And then crush it down again. And then smelt it all. Before throwing it in here. Oh, whoops. I guess we're just gonna have an extra upgrade. Ooh. Hiccup there. So we're gonna... grab these upgrades. We're gonna toss in the energy upgrade. And then we're gonna toss in the speed upgrade. Talk about fast! Am I right? So this is producing a crap ton of lithium. Look at here. Look at all that liquid lithium coming through. Right? But it's taking up so much brine. Like, we weren't even able to make enough brine to get the amount of lithium that we're going to need. Okay. Liquid. Well, we now need to get lithium. So to get lithium dust, we need a chemical crystallizer, and that requires lithium. So we need a... to make another condensator. Okay. Okay. This isn't bad. This isn't bad. Well, to make it, we're going to need to first make another chemical tank, then another fluid tank, then we can make it. There we go. So, we're going to actually pump this around back, just so we don't have to go far. And decondensating. Liquid lithium into lithium. Okay. Then we need a crystallizer. Okay. Do we have any fluorite? We do. Okay. Crystallizer. Okay. Obsidian. I've got more than enough obsidian. Diamond. Got this. Osmium. Should have enough. We'll quickly do a little bit of a thing there. Just to get all this turned into ingots for this. Alright. So now we need to get this in here. So we're gonna upgrade all of that to enriched diamond. Okay, we're not gonna get a full 2 stacks, but it's good enough in my eye. Next. And we're all good. Now, I just realized we're going to have a little bit of an issue here. So, take half a stack out of there, and we're going to enrich it all into refined diamond. And before we do anything else, we're also going to grab all of our enriched redstone and all of our ingots, and we're going to turn them all into the alloys. Okay. That's not going to be enough alloys. So, we're just going to be turning everything into iron, essentially. Iron ingots, that is. Oops. Okay. Okay. Alright. Now let's get all of this turned into the alloys. Okay. This might actually be more than enough that we need for the alloys. We're gonna dump that in there, and we're just gonna create as many of these reinforced alloys as we can. That's 2 whole stacks. Good on me. We're going to take 16 of these obsidian. We're gonna dust them down. Then we're gonna enrich these. And in here, we managed to get half a stack of atomic alloys, which we are then going to need to turn these basic control circuits advanced into elite. Into ultimate. All right. Let's get this working. Crystallizer. And we're still missing a steel casing out of everything, right? A chemical crystallizer. Whew. This thing took a moment. Okay. All right. Now let's get all these upgrades made. Holy crap. Upgrades, which we already have an energy of. We're just gonna make 32 of these. Oh no. Osmium. Hope you don't mind. We're just gonna crush down all of you into dust. And we need more. This is cobblestone. Okay, we're just gonna sleep the night away real quick. Today is a busy stream. So we've got to go mining again. I'm probably gonna do a crap ton of mining off stream. I have to get some torches. I'm gonna do a lot of mining off stream for cobblestone. I'll be ignoring all the ores, and I will be doing all of the mining here. Dear God. We've got more than enough iron right here, so there's that. A stack of cobblestone is probably going to do it, but This is just getting really annoying, having to mine all the time. Alright, let's get going. And crush. And gravel. Also, if you're all wondering what that name tag is, it's this thing over here. Also, I figured out how to shoot this thing. It's the spacebar. I'm right proper orky now. It's fun. Everything is fun. So let's smelt all this glass. Alright. There we go. I'm getting this glass because I think this thing over here is not even upgraded. It's not. Just as I expected. Energy, speed. Energy, speed. We got 10 lithium dust. This is pathetic, to say the least. And we're just starting to make a basic induction cell. We can make 2 of them, though. Now we can make the 2 induction cells. Alright. Now we have to get polonium. We need a solar neutron activator. Okay. How do we make one of those? Solar neutron activator. HDPE, we need HDPE pellets. Liquid ethylene. Okay. I'll do all of that off screen for getting the HDPE pellets to make this thing. Next episode, I think we're going to be on the moon messing around with getting polonium. Which is actually a little bit easier than I thought it would be, but that's fine. And I think today we did very productive stuff. We completely added a whole new wing to our machines here. If I was good at building in any sort of way, I'd have all of this stuff sorted out, but yeah. This is basically our setup. And we're just going to continue on it. So I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next episode. Peace!